about that. Lights turned on just as I hit the camera. Hey, what's going on, guys? John here again. Um, didn't have time today to make an update. It was a long day. It was a frustrating day. I um, I wanted to do a good job, but I do a long day. I wanted to do the right thing, led to a long day. Thought I was doing the right thing, led to me finding out I wasn't. Frustrating day. Like one of those days where, like, even when you try and do everything right, you're putting your best foot forward, just doesn't. Life's not meant to always pan out, I guess. It's the life lesson in that one is what it is. Anyways, real quick, it's not perp. Yeah, I'm not really sure what this train is, to be honest, but I know I'm down to like my last bowl or two. Probably gotta go pick up tomorrow. So, real quick. Yeah, so I think today I want to talk about state of the media. Today was a lot of wild things in the news. Oh, I like this better. I think it's better than the perp, to be honest. Yeah. Is it just me, or is it seem like the world's kind of gotten crazy since the election? Um, Especially since Donald Trump took office. I feel like every day since he's taken office has been like, there's been something that's like a major headline. And I've really reached a point in my life where I don't obsess over it like I used to. Oh God, me like pre-COVID? Oh my God, obsessive. I thought I was doing something in my life by obsessing about this stuff. Turns out I was an idiot, and all it does is distract you. None of it actually matters. But I have noticed they're like ramping up the distraction. Um, watching the political battles now with like RFK and member to Congress is just mind-numbing. Nothing's happening. It's just a lot of back and forth. It's just paid shills screaming back and forth at each other. Both sides of the board. It's just there's nothing good left. There's nothing worth believing in left. There's nothing politically that like feels real anymore, right? It's all just a charade. It's all a money game. None of this is real. At least this is what it feels like, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm off base. But I noticed just how like engrossed people are now. It's. I understand why it feels like the end of the world is coming, because it sure feels that way. But like, man, it gives people like ammo to just detach from reality and obsess over these things that don't actually affect them. I now realize that too. It's like, look, I would like a better system too. I would like a better world. I would like a world in which it actually makes sense. Um, but I understand that you have to start with yourself. And once you get that situated, then you can worry about the world. Trying to go the other way around doesn't really accomplish anything, because the human system we built is kind of in the way of progress in that sense. Like, if we were smaller communities, people could make impact like that, but in something as large as the United States, it's not possible. That's really what I learned in all those Black Lives Matter rallies I was in during COVID, during the George Floyd incident. Um, I still have my stance on it. I still think there was something wrong there, but I realized that marching in the streets didn't do anything. Posting on social media didn't do anything. Fighting with people didn't do anything. Like, this doesn't actually do anything. And I think a lot of us feel like we're doing something by constantly talking and obsessing about it, and we're not. We're wasting our own lives. Like, the best thing about having purpose or something you're into allows you to kind of drown out the noise of life, because there's so much shit that's just, it doesn't directly affect you. Yes, you know what I mean? I understand, we all understand ripple effects and long-term effects, but bro, focus on today. You know what I mean? Like, that's all we got. Because, you know, you could say something too, and all because someone says something doesn't mean that's what's going to come or that's what's going to happen. I really feel like there's this 24-hour on instantaneous on your phone news cycle, media cycle, distraction cycle, whatever it all is, that just has people and their goldfish attention just fully engrossed. But I mean, it's easy though, right? You just play on people's emotions. Emotions are the easiest way to garner someone's attention. You know what I mean? Because like I talked about in the last video, it's just our emotions come from somewhere deeper in our mind. So we can't just be like, oh, I don't want to feel this, so turn it off. No, you're gonna feel it because it's something that affects you, and because you have a brain, you can think about it and conceptualize it. You'll understand implications. But in that same regard, it's like that's why you should shut off attention to those things, because you know it can do things to you neurologically that will derail you from your own life. Just, you know, based on like how you're going to respond to that. One of my teammates, Kevin, made a post today because he runs like a Amazon FBA thing, and I'm all for it. I think it's cool. You know what I mean? I'm all about entrepreneurship, and Amazon's a great way to make money. But there are a lot of people, you know, who were saying like he was selfish to not worry about, you know, what Donald Trump is doing, and to worry more about like his business and what he's doing. And I'm like, no, bro, that's the that's the secret of life. That's the secret of happiness and success. You gotta drown out the noise. Go get the money, go get the status, go get the whatever you're after. Then make the difference you want to see in the world once you have it. I really get it now. You know, money's not inherently evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. I do see that. Money's important. It's a tool. I think Kanye said it best when he was like, having money's not everything, not having it is. Poverty's a problem. Poverty leads to all kinds of bigger problems too. And I mean, I get it. Like, that is kind of the core issue of what we have now. But I think that's a lot deeper of a conversation that people really understand. You know what I mean? Because you can take it back to 1971, the dollar going off the gold standard, just becoming pure fiat. You can even go back to 1913, the Federal Reserve being established, and now having the ability to create dollars. You know what I mean? Like, in exchange for treasury bonds. You know what I mean? That became the new system. It wasn't the U.S. government that controlled this anymore. It was now the Federal Reserve. Or, you know, like, even like right now with the petrodollar being like a big thing that's in the world, like that established in the 1940s, which made the U.S. world reserve currency, which changes it from a traditional currency. There's a lot of things that have changed that have led to this rapid poverty. And the income inequality problem has really exacerbated itself. It's gotten really bad. I understand. But focusing on the news cycle about it is the sure way to keep yourself there in poverty. Like, instead of being mad at the system or at the world, which I get it, I was too. I was absolutely black pill doomer, fucking hate the world kind of shit. But yeah, I don't. That's not going to do anything for you, except, you know, maybe you can be justified. You can make some case that, like, oh, you know, and what I'm saying is correct. Like, whatever, dude. Life's a game. Being correct doesn't really get you many points. Being successful does. Being happy does. So, I mean, dude, turn off the noise. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? I keep up on headline. I keep it surface level on most things. Read the headline. No need to get into the weeds about most of these things. unless it really impacts you directly. You figure out if that does or not. I think most people exaggerate if it does or not. They just want everything to affect them. It's a neurosis. But yeah, I think that's really the main issue right now, is that everyone's really caught in this news cycle, and it's neurologically, like, you're not meant to handle this much stress, like, for a long period of time, especially about things you can't control. And I think that's why a lot of us are short circuiting, because stress, I think, is just like, it's more of a feeling, there's a thought. So it's something deeper than your mind, which means that something neurological is happening to you, which I don't think we're meant to deal with that on a consistent basis for long periods of time. Yeah, and I think that's the problem with the news cycle and the media world and where we're at right now. I think it does bad things for us. Oh, there's Daily Rant. One more hit. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Later, guys.